In this tutorial, I will show you how to add, edit, and copy service packs. Before we get started, this tutorial assumes that your system administrator has already built the initial service packs and that your initial configuration is complete. This tutorial is designed for enterprise administrators who want to make small modifications. A service pack is a group of one or more services, such as call waiting, do not disturb, and call forward. One or more service packs can be assigned to a user. This is what gives the permission to allow the service. For example, a basic service pack might contain a minimal amount of services or basic services and could be assigned to a large group of users. And a second service pack containing a more specialty feature or features, such as the ClearSpan Anywhere service or ClearSpan Communicator, would only be assigned to the users that wanted and needed this service pack. You should also be aware that some services require licenses. As you add or modify service packs, try to avoid assigning duplicate licensed services to multiple service packs, because assigning multiple service packs to an end user that contain the same licensed service can result in multiple licenses being used for the same service. To create or modify a service pack, you must be logged in as an enterprise or system administrator. For this scenario, I have received a request from one of my users, Mike Murphy, in the Dallas office group at phone number 469-365-3017. Mike would like to have the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service added to his account. So let's make a list of things we need to consider and do. ClearSpan Communicator mobile service is a licensed feature. So we want to make sure this service is only assigned to one service pack that will be assigned to Mike. That way Mike will only be using one license. We will need to verify Mike's current service pack, which is currently set to Basic. We will look that up in the User menu. Then we will go to the Service Packs menu. For my enterprise, currently there are two service packs available for Mike's group, Basic and Premium. Mike doesn't need all of the other services in the Premium service pack. He just wants to add the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service. So we will add a new service pack that only includes the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service. Once the new service pack is created, we will authorize it to be used by Mike's Dallas office group. We will return to the User menu and add the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service pack to Mike Murphy's account. That will complete our goal to set up Mike Murphy with the new service. Once we have done this, I will show you two additional commands that will complete this tutorial. They are the edit and copy commands. So let's begin adding Mike's new service pack. The first step is to verify Mike's current service pack. From the menu on the left, click on Provisioning, then click on Users. Select the group. To narrow my search, I will search by the last name, Murphy, and click on the search button. To the right of Mike Murphy's line entry, click on View. Scroll down to Service Packs. Here we will see the service packs assigned to this user. Currently, Mike only has the Basic service pack. Next, we need to verify the services in the Basic service pack. From the menu on the left, click on Enterprise Service Packs. Select the group. For this example, it was the Dallas office, and click on the search button. I have two service packs, Basic service pack and Premium service pack. These service packs are for training purposes only and are not a recommendation of what you should or should not have in your service packs. The goal here is to show you how to add an additional service pack. As I mentioned before, some services require a license, and each time you assign a service pack to a user, that includes a service that requires a license. Once assigned to that user, a license is being used, regardless of whether the user is using the service or not. So what I'm saying is that if you have a Basic service pack that is being used by 100 users, and you suddenly add, for example, the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service to the Basic service pack, you just used an additional 100 ClearSpan Communicator mobile service licenses. So just be aware that some services require licenses, and when you change the service pack, you are affecting all users that are using that service pack. Before we create this third service pack, let's verify that the Basic service pack does not already have the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service assigned. To the right of the Basic line item, click on Edit. Starting at the top, it shows the Enterprise, the service pack name and description, and if it's available for use. There are two columns. The column on the left displays the available services that have not been assigned, and the column on the right displays the services that have been assigned to this service pack. This verifies that the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service is not assigned to the basic service pack. I will click on the Cancel button to return to the previous screen. Step 3. Add a new service pack. This will be the third service pack and will only contain the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service. Once built, it will give us the option to only assign it to those users that need it, in this case, Mike Murphy. Click on the Add button at the top of the page. I'll type the name and description as ClearSpan Communicator Mobile. From the column on the left, I will scroll down and click on the ClearSpan Communicator Mobile service and click on the Add button. The service will move to the right column. For this example, that's the only service that will be in this service pack. When I'm finished, I will click on the OK button. Whenever you create a new service pack, you will need to authorize the service pack to be used in a group. On the next page, click on the checkbox next to each group that you want to authorize, and click on the OK button. Notice the check mark next to our service pack. If you change your mind and you would like to deauthorize a group, click on the Authorize command and then uncheck the group checkbox. Step 5. Add the service pack to our user. Click on Users, select the group, and search for our user. To the right of Mike Murphy's line entry, click on the Edit command. Scroll down to Service Packs. In the left column, you will now see the ClearSpan Communicator Mobile Service Pack. Highlight it and click on the Add button. I'll verify that it's been added. Scroll back up and click OK. Mike has now been authorized to use the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service. As a side note regarding the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service, this tutorial is focused on service packs and not features. But in case you're not familiar with the ClearSpan Communicator mobile service, what we just did was to authorize Mike to use the ClearSpan mobile service. This is just one step in the process. The feature will still need to be built, configured, and Mike will need to download the app. So that completes adding a new service pack. Now let's move on to editing a service pack. From the menu on the left, click on Enterprise Service Packs. Select a group and click on Search. Before we make any changes, I need to caution you that editing a service pack will affect all users that are currently assigned and using that service pack. With that understood, I will click on the Edit command to the right of the basic service pack line entry. To add a service, highlight the service in the left column and click the Add button. To remove a service from the service pack, highlight the service in the right column and click on the Remove button. Again, any service that I remove will affect all users using the basic service pack. When you're finished, click on the Apply or OK button. Notice in the Edit command there is a Delete button. This is how you would delete a service pack that is no longer needed. However, before you can delete a service pack, you must remove the service pack from all users in the User menu. Deauthorize all groups by clicking on the Authorize command and unchecking all group checkboxes. Then you would be allowed to delete the service pack. So that's the Edit command. I'll click on the Cancel button to return to the previous menu without making any changes. The last thing that I want to show you is the Copy command. The Copy command allows you to duplicate an existing service pack. It's similar to when we clicked on the Add button because it does create a new service pack. And I'll have to give it a new name. You can see here that the Copy command lets us start with services that were already added. Then you just need to add or remove the additional services. When you're finished, click on the OK button. Authorize your new service pack and add the appropriate groups. The new service pack will now be available to add to your user accounts. So that's how to add a service pack, edit a service pack, and copy a service pack. This completes this tutorial on how to add, edit, and copy a service pack.